All right, let's move on to our top 5 linebackers. Starting off at number 5, we have, in my opinion, one of the most underrated players in the history at this point of the NFL. I'm talking about Lavonte David. Just a model of consistency for a long time down there in Tampa. An absolute beast near the ball, amazing in the run, really solid against the pass. Lavonte David just straight up has been one of the best interior linebackers in the league for a decade plus. And he just does not get the respect he deserves. So I'm here to give it to him. Even as a rival Saints fan, it don't matter, man. Real recognize real. And Lavonte David is the truth. Let's look at his numbers from last year. 3 sacks, 124 combined tackles, 10 tackles for a loss, 3 hits on the quarterback. Again, Lavonte David is just a field general type of linebacker. Anything you need him to do, he will be able to do it. Just an all-around linebacker. And in today's league, that's the thing everyone needs most. You need someone to anchor your defense, be able to toss out signals. Guy like Lavonte David. At number 4, we got Tremaine Edmunds. I know Bears fans will be cheesing to hear this. New arrival over there. But yeah, man, Tremaine Edmunds, an amazing, budding young linebacker. And Tremaine's one of those guys where he started his career so damn young. You look and you're like, are we sure this dude is not like a rookie or a sophomore player? You know, something messed up here in the database. But no, sure enough, in his 5th year in the league, he was only 24 years old. So, you know, in my opinion, that's a good thing. You got a young guy with a lot of experience. Great combination. Tremaine's real nice against the pass, amazing against the run. Great hitter, puts fear into the offense. Let's look at those stats from last year. 1 interception, 1 sack, 102 combined tackles, 6 tackles for a loss, 3 hits on the quarterback. But keep in mind, this was only in 13 of 17 possible games. So, you know, missing 4-game sample size is pretty big. And honestly, though, really solid numbers regardless of the time missed. Yeah, there's no question. Tremaine Edmunds is one of those guys where if you're looking for a player that's going to be dominating the league for a long period of time, because like I was saying, he's in that perfect age range, that experience range. And we know the Bears and their linebackers, man, something about the Bears interior linebackers just becoming beasts, already being beasts. It's kind of like their signature. So yeah, I have no doubt he's going to go down there in Chicago and just keep doing his thing. At number 5 with Lavonte David, we were talking about some underrated linebackers. Let's just keep that streak going, man. At number 3, got my boy Demario Davis. And no, this is not just a homer pick. If you watch Saints football, you know though, Demario Davis is an absolute monster. And again, he just one of those guys does not get the respect he deserves. I'm here to give it to him. Thing when you think of Demario most, he's just a ferocious hitter. If he's hitting you, he's going to be laying the boom on you, and believe that. But not only that, he's really, really fluid, real solid against the pass, knocking things down, keeping his hands up, really amazing against the run, timing gaps perfectly. He's going to get in there. He's going to make you pay. He's going to do his little celebration. I don't know if you know, he hits with that. I don't know. Some Dragon Ball something, bro. But he hits it. It's right on cue. And you know what I'm talking about if you know what I'm talking about. But the point is, yeah, Demario Davis, just a beast, man. Way too underrated. Even when you look at his stats. Last year, we got 1 interception, 6.5 sacks, 109 combined tackles, then 8 hits on the quarterback, along with 10 tackles for a loss. Seriously, Demario Davis has just been an absolute animal for the last 4 or 5 years. Has not been getting that respect he deserves. Let's get the trend going, man. Hashtag give Demario his respect. But yeah, all jokes aside, Demario, just unbelievable. Top 3 interior linebacker in the league, no questions asked. And then on to number 2. I think I got a big surprise for you guys here, because I think a lot of people probably thought I was going to go Fred Warner at number 1. But lo and behold, I have Fred Warner here at number 2. Let me tell you guys why. Don't get me wrong. Fred Warner, unbelievable player, all-pro player, probably for the next 4 or 5 plus years. Just an amazing linebacker. And he has just been awesome since he's come in the league. Second all-pro selection last year. So we ended up with 1 interception, 2 sacks, 130 combined tackles, 3 tackles for a loss, 6 QB hits. Now, I'll be the first to admit, when you look at just those numbers, you hear just those numbers, you know, maybe you're thinking to yourself like, well, why, you know, like the all-pro, you know, the first team all-pro thing, why is that? You know, like maybe those numbers don't pop out to you as much as somebody had a lot more receptions, a lot more tackles for a loss, maybe a few more sacks. But again, if you're really watching Fred Warner, you understand. It's just his ability to lock things down in coverage. Fred Warner is a lockdown linebacker. You really aren't going to be looking to throw his way, which for a lot of middle linebackers, you just wouldn't even be thinking about. He changes the game with his impact in that way. Just an absolute zone hog. And for that, you always have to account for him. And it makes him a special player. Then back to number 1, I got Bobby Wagner. And I know, honestly, I'm going to catch flack for this, but that's just fine. And the reason I have Bobby here above Fred is because, now hear me out. We already know Bobby's pedigree, man. For a long time now, Bobby Wagner has been the guy at the middle linebacker position. Fantastic against the pass, amazing against the run, ferocious hitter. He checks all the boxes. And last year, he almost had, in my opinion, like a huge resurgence here. And not that he was playing poorly any of the years before this by any means, but just really back to that dominant Bobby Wagner that we know and love. And I think my comparison in my head, which is what made me throw him back up here number one, is I think, again, back to that resurgence, I think he could kind of have the end to his career that like Ray Lewis had. Well, I mean, literally right at this age 33, you're like, oh, it's going to be a bad trajectory. But lo and behold, right at the same time, Ray Lewis won a slew of all-pro appearances, just kept dominating. I can see Bobby Wagner having like that same trajectory to end his career because we know he's just such a smart player. He's still athletic, in great shape, still making it work. I have no doubt if he can stay healthy, Bobby Wagner can have that type of end to his career and just type of career we look back and say, wow, Bobby Wagner really was the guy at that position for so damn long.